The second phase of the Indian T20 League is here, and we are all excited. And what a way to start this contest between Mumbai and Chennai. Hello, good evening, and welcome. I'm Mikhail Vaswani. We bring to you a live show, a completely new show called The Huddle, presented by MPL and brought to you by Cricfit. And we promise you, for the next 31 matches, we get you all the insights and all the fantasy inputs into your drawing room as well. You talk about two contests, you talk about mega stars. Well, you take a look at Mumbai, you take a look at Chennai, you take a look at Amitabh Bachchan, you take a look at Rajnikant, you take a look at Rohit, you take a look at Dhoni. And that's why this contest becomes all the more exciting and it becomes all the more mouth-watering. Hello and good evening. मेरे साथ आज शो पे जुड़ रहे हैं अमय पेटकर, जो हमारे साथ बहुत जल्दी स्क्रीन पे आने वाले हैं और हम सब बात करेंगे आज के बड़े मैचअप के लिए. अमय, good evening. Welcome to the Huddle. The Indian T20 League second phase is here and we are all excited.
Hello everyone, to all those who have tuned in to our brand new show, The Huddle here. And Mikhail, if you remember, it was 3rd of May when the board decided that we are going to suspend the Indian T20 League because of what was happening between all the, if you look at all the cases that were turning around. We had Chakravarti getting positive and so much was happening. And then in between all this, if you see now the Indian T20 League is finally back. The fans were waiting for this moment, and there cannot be a bigger moment for all the fans there because it's Rohit versus Dhoni and it's Mumbai versus Chennai, the big game to start off with here.
Exactly. So all of you who are fantasy freak right now, who are trying to make your teams and all, we'll get you some great inputs and insights because at the end of the day, all of you all want to be those flies on the wall, trying to understand where you can maybe score when it comes to a particular player and get those points. The big matchup today, it's between Mumbai and Chennai, coming to you very shortly from Dubai. It's 19th September, 7:30 p.m. It's the Indian T20 League match number 30. We are live on the Huddle, presented by MPL and brought to you by Cricfit. And the best way, Amay, to dive into this session is to quickly also take a look at the fantasy 11 that Deepdas Gupta has put across. Now, I spoke to him the other day. He told me he does a lot of research and it's very important we don't get emotional when selecting a fantasy 11 side. And that's why we'll quickly bring about that particular playing 11 of Deepdas Gupta as well. There you can see it. Amay, you can take us through two wicket keepers. Interesting pick, I must say. De Kock has been in supreme form. Ishan running on a sea of confidence right now. Mr. Rohit, I must say, is now in the pecking order for future T20 captaincy. Surya Kumar, the sun has risen. And Raidu, the man, you can never keep him out. Pandya, he is the showstopper. Ali, I would say he should be the vice captain of the side. And then you have the bowling combination of Tahir, Chahar, Bumrah, and Chahar again, the two brothers.
Yeah, if you look at this side, I mean, it's very well balanced. If you look at De Kock at the top and Kishan. Now, Kishan, he has made his way back into the Indian team. If you look at his name being popping up in the final 15-man squad, what was selected for the T20 World Cup here. So Kishan making a break with the Indian team. And again, the kind of work he has done for Mumbai in the past. If you look at the way he got off the mark in his one-day international debut as well for India, hit a six of the very first ball. And I mean, you need to have that confidence to get off the mark in such style. And that's what Ishan did the other day. I mean, he was just phenomenal. And for Mumbai, he has been doing wonders. He opens the batting, he bats in the middle order, you throw any job at him, and he has done what the team has asked him to. So again, if you're looking to pick your fantasy 11, you need to have Kishan in there because he is doing wonders for the Indian team and for this franchise as well. Mikhail, could you please add upon Ishan the way he has just barged into the setup here?
Well, see, he's got his opportunities. He's delivered in those opportunities. He's made good use of it. I was speaking to Deepdas Gupta the other day, and he told me the one thing that he does consistently, like Ishan, is maybe be in the game, keeping a pen and a paper just to jot down the right possible fantasy 11 as well. And that's why I'm just trying to put into perspective for all you fantasy freaks out there. This is Deepdas Gupta's fantasy 11. If you need to make any kind of quick changes to your playing 11, well, these are the men who can make the difference for you in the side for tonight's big encounter. But equally, we need to keep in mind, Amay, the key battles also. We talk about teams. We talk about two teams. One team has won five times. The other team has won three times the Indian T20 League. But now the key battles, the individual battles that we talk, who can score over the other, is something that we need to discuss as well in length. And that's why MPL brings to you the key battles that we'll be putting up on your screen, so that आप भी देख सकते हो कि कौन से प्लेयर्स आज के दमदार मुकाबले में अपना पलड़ा भारी कर सकते हैं. और जब आप देखोगे तो यहाँ पे डिकॉक फिर से और चहर, और अगर देखा जाए तो 9 इनिंग्स में चहर ने सिर्फ 2 बार डिकॉक को डिसमिस किया है. मतलब डिकॉक हैज एन एज ओवर चहर ओवर हियर. और उनकी स्ट्राइक रेट आप देखिए की बैटल्स में. ये की बैटल हम क्यों बोल रहे हैं? क्योंकि 2 चीजें हैं. डिकॉक सुप्रीम फॉर्म में है फिलहाल और साउथ अफ्रीका के मार्की बैट्समैन है. यस, चहर इज इन टॉप फॉर्म, ही इज परफॉर्मिंग वेल फॉर इंडिया. बट इन दोनों के मुकाबले में देखा जाए हमें तो डिकॉक ने इनको हराया है, एटलीस्ट इन द इंडिविजुअल बैटल.
जी, अगर हम देखें डिकॉक जिस तरह से बैटिंग करते हैं, आई मीन ही लाइक्स टू स्टेप आउट एंड चार्ज ऑन द बॉलर. वी हैव सीन हिम डूइंग इट फॉर साउथ अफ्रीका एज वेल, एंड in the IPL, in the Indian T20 league as well, he has been doing the same thing here. I mean, for Deepak Chahar, who likes to swing it up, up in the front, and that's what he has been doing. Deepak charges Deepak and then just hits the ball across the line, and that's what we are seeing here. If you look at the way Quinton has done things for Mumbai here, again opening the batting, and along with Kishan does the same job here. So let's move forward to the middle order here. We are just 8 minutes away from the toss here. So that's
the key battle is divided across 3 I would say lines. One is the top order, one is the middle order, and one you look at the bowling and the lower order as well. Let's take a look at the second key battle presented by MPL over there. Oh my God, this is a contest worth watching for. Now what we need to interestingly take a look at, 13 इनिंग्स में सिर्फ 3 बार बुमराह ने धोनी को आउट किया है. लेकिन इज धोनी द फिनिशर टुडे? नहीं, ही इज द ग्राइंडर स्टिल. ही लाइक्स टू बैट अराउंड विद द टेल. स्ट्राइक रेट भी उनकी देखा जाए तो ओनली 100, व्हिच मींस दैट ही इज नॉट गोइंग बिग विद हिज हिटिंग. ही रादर स्टेज टिल द एंड एंड लेट अदर्स हिट अराउंड हिम. इफ धोनी टेक्स ऑन बुमराह, दैट कॉन्टेस्ट ऑफ अ की बैटल वी नीड टू लुक एट. और मुझे लग रहा है कि धोनी लोग जितना भी बोले उनकी एज हो गई है, he is on the other side, closing for other side of 40s now. Fact remains is the man can absorb pressure, and his mere demeanor, his mere sight can intimidate bowlers as well. This key battle between Dhoni and Bumrah, I feel, is the one to watch out for.
Yeah, I mean, if you look at Dhoni, we all know that he is not what he used to do about 6 or 7 years back, and which is why the figures are showing that he has been struggling in the death. Bumrah, we know, balls in the death, and again those figures just tell us the entire story. Dhoni not being able to finish things off, and especially when you have a bowler like Bumrah bowling in the death, it becomes a bit difficult there again, because even the present batsmen, even the likes of Kohli, if you talk about other players as well, they also tend to struggle against Bumrah. So, and I mean, Dhoni has already retired from international. So, it's something we have to understand. But
if you had to pick one between the key battles of Dhoni and Bumrah, whom would you go with? I would go with Dhoni. Eyes closed, Dhoni.
Eyes closed, Dhoni. I would still go with Bumrah here, because we know what he's doing in the test matches for India. And again,
why this becomes a key battle, we need to tell the fans as well. ये key battle क्यों बन जाता है? क्योंकि दोनों game changers है, दोनों अपने मुकाबले में game changers है. और एक ओवर में हम लोगों ने देखा था वेरी रिसेंटली, बुमराह ने एक ओवर में 2 विकेट लिए थे इंग्लैंड में, और धोनी ने एक ओवर में मैचेस भी खत्म कर दिए थे. आप देख सकते हो कि ये जो मुकाबला है बहुत ही क्रूशियल होने वाला है. Let's take a look at the third one as well, Amay.
Yeah, sure. So the third one is the battle between Gaikwad and Bolt here. Again, both are openers. Bolt in the bowling department, Gaikwad in the batting department. But again, if you look at the way Bolt has dismissed Gaikwad. Now, Gaikwad, new to the international circuit, again, started playing for Chennai about 2 years back. has played some handsome innings opening the innings here, but if you look at the way he bats, he's very strong in front of the square, likes to play shots on the offside. But again, earlier in the innings, he just looks a bit hurried with his shots, and he does take his time. But again, with the shot making ability, Bolt has, at times we have seen that Bolt has been able to just hawks him here, and that's how it happened in the phase one as well. So
I might just play that graphic once again of Bolt and Gaikwad for the key battles. See this: innings two, only 4 runs against Bolt, dismissed both occasions, and a strike rate of 44. This looks like a one-sided contest at the moment in the key battle. Well, we'll take a look at everything that's coming up in this preview show. We'll also bring you updates from Dubai, where we'll talk to you about the toss and what the teams have also decided. In the meanwhile, you can see the scroll running below our screen. If you want more fantasy tips, all you need to do is download the MPL app, or you can also visit the URL www.mpl.live as well. There's so much that one can do with teams today. You are the captain of your team. You are the captain. You're the leader. You're the Kohli. You're the Dhoni. Go out there and create a winning combination. Right. This is a big occasion. Jasprit Bumrah playing his 100th match. What an occasion, Amay.
Big game for Bumrah, I would say here, because we all remember in 2013 when Bumrah was first seen in the IPL, got Kohli out, LBW twice, I think, in the same season. We saw him quite animated back then, but now I think there's so much that has changed with Bumrah here. I mean, if you look today, he's winning test matches for India on foreign soil. He only has 2 test wickets in India, I would say. That's what it is about Bumrah. He has picked so many wickets outside of India, but not talking about his test match record here. But if you look at the things he has done for Mumbai, balls up front as well, balls in the death as well. In the previous season, we saw that Rohit was also using him in the middle overs. He was not opening with Bumrah because you had Bolt to open the innings, and you also had Coulter-Nile there. But Bumrah does a fab job here. I mean, in all 3 departments, you want him to open, middle order, low order, everywhere he does his job here.
Right. Well, we'll just try getting quick updates as well now. What we are trying to get from the sources is that Rohit may not be completely fit for today's game. There is a possibility, a likelihood he may be sitting out. So quickly before the toss, these updates are coming in. There's someone who will be making his debut as well. A young cricketer from Punjab, A. Singh, Anmol Preet, will be is likely to make his debut as well. So he's a Punjab cricketer, so he's going to be making his debut. So there's talks around that Rohit is not fully fit. He isn't wearing his spikes and looks a little gingerly in what appears to be a fitness test of sorts. So these are what updates we are getting right now. So all of you all just listening in or tuning into us right now, you can see we have the update as well on our screens.
Yeah, and we need to understand one thing, that Rohit has been playing a lot of cricket. He has played 4 test matches in England. We know how well he has done in England for the Indian team. And again, coming back, he has traveled. He was serving into quarantine. And then you always knew that there were going to be injury concerns, because once you're out of quarantine, again, you're just fresh right in front. But Rohit not being there might just be a big blow for Mumbai here, because at the other end, you have the mastermind Dhoni. So Dhoni versus Rohit might just not happen here. So Mikhail, who do you think is going to captain Mumbai here? Pollard, because he just landed in the UAE about 2 days back here.
देखिए एक चीज, अगर रोहित शर्मा नहीं खेलने वाले तो इट इज गोइंग टू बी अ बिग सेटबैक. देखिए ये आईपीएल, सॉरी बेग योर पार्डन, इंडियन टी20 लीग का पहला फेज नहीं है, ये इंडियन टी20 लीग का दूसरा फेज है. और दूसरे फेज में मुंबई कैन नॉट बी स्लो स्टार्टर्स वंस अगेन. दे नीड टू स्टार्ट विनिंग. देखिए अभी टीम्स में पॉइंट्स टेबल आ गए हैं, सब लोग पहुंच गए, दिल्ली ऊपर है, मुंबई को अभी और आगे बढ़ना है. तो अगर रोहित आज नहीं खेलने वाले तो इट इज मोर ऑफ अ सेटबैक. और इसलिए इंडियन टी20 लीग के इस मुकाबले में अगर आपके मार्की प्लेयर्स खेलेंगे तो बहुत ही अच्छा साबित होगा. एंड दैट्स व्हाई आई जस्ट फील कि जो खबर आ रही है, पोलार्ड मुंबई को कैप्टन करने वाले आज के मैच में, ये खबर आ रही है हमें. आप जो भी tuned in right now, we are getting updates from Dubai. Pollard to captain Mumbai in today's match against Chennai, which means it's all probability रोहित आज का मुकाबला नहीं खेलने वाले और हम आपको यही बताना चाह रहे हैं कि मुंबई एक ऐसी टीम है जो एक पावर हाउस है और धोनी की भी साइड बट दिस इज द बिग सेटबैक फॉर मुंबई नो रोहित
It is indeed. And if you look at Pollard, I mean, he has done wonders captaining the West Indies national side in T20s and ODIs. Remember, he's also going to captain West Indies at the T20 World Cup here. But today I see him that he is walking out in place of Rohit as the captain of Mumbai here. So, which is why the change of Anmolpreet coming in makes sense here, because he's a top order batsman, bats high up the order for Punjab. And today he will be batting at number 3. That's what I can make of the batting order here. So you will have Kishan and then you will have De Kock opening the inning. Yeah.
Sorry to interrupt. खबर ये भी आ रही है कि पोलार्ड अगर पोलार्ड नहीं तो सूर्य कुमार में ऑल्सो कैप्टन मुंबई टुडे. वो अभी क्लैरिटी नहीं आई है टीम मैनेजमेंट से, लेकिन जो सोर्सेस से हमें पता चल रहा है कि अपडेट आ रहे हैं कि फिलहाल it could either be Pollard or Surya Kumar who could be leading. लेकिन एक चीज more or less confirm हो गई कि रोहित शर्मा आज के मुकाबले में नहीं खेलने वाले और that's one big setback. और हम अभी इंतजार कर रहे playing 11 का. This is remember the second phase of the Indian T20 league and it'll be interesting to see how both these teams turn out on the given day. Remember, it's the second phase, not many matches left. Conditions we hear, the pitch report at the moment, it's a hard surface. Pitch is going to remain true and good for batting, which means that जो भी कप्तान टॉस जीतेगा वो फैक्टर एक चीज रिमाइंड में रखेगा. But the news coming in is that Chennai win the toss and have elected to bat.
And they have elected to bat, yeah. And Mikhail, if you look at the previous season, 2020 Indian T20 league season, which happened in the UAE, we saw a few things there that teams batting first, they were not winning many games. I mean, captains, they were looking to ball first and chase it down. But today I see that Dhoni has elected to bat first. So what do you make of this change? The match is happening at Dubai and Dew is going to play a crucial factor here.
धोनी से पूछा गया था कि रीजन क्या है बैट करने का. उन्होंने कहा था कि वी विल बैट फर्स्ट, looks like a good wicket, setting a target will be a better option. It's the same for everyone. I can't say it's a good break or not. जब उनको पूछा गया था कि इतना लंबा ब्रेक हो गया है. देखिए धोनी ना, आज आप एक सवाल में आपको एक चीज बताना चाहूंगा. हमें अगर T20 वर्ल्ड कप के टीम में उनको मेंटर के तौर पे लिया गया है तो कुछ तो है धोनी में कि वो टीम में कुछ ला सकते हैं. Every decision of Dhoni 8 out of 10 times can turn into gold. And he has a reason for doing this as well. देखिए MS धोनी ने क्या कहा था टॉस के, yeah, we will bat first, looks like a good wicket, setting a target will be a better option. मतलब आज दुबई में उतना ड्यू नहीं होने वाला कि धोनी ने डिसाइड किया बैट करने के लिए, क्योंकि कभी कभी क्या होता है कि जब आप यूएई में खेल रहे हो ड्यू फैक्टर इतना आ जाता है कि मोस्ट ऑफ द टीम्स लाइक टू चेज, बट धोनी नोज देयर ड्यू फैक्टर उतना नहीं है. फिलहाल ड्यू फैक्टर आएगा नवंबर दिसंबर के टाइम पे, तो दिस इज अ गुड टाइम एंड दे मस्ट हैव स्पेंट इनफ टाइम in the nets and the practice sessions. Quickly, once again, a reminder, you can download the MPL app to make your fantasy team. All you need to do is log on to www.mpl.live as well. So, good toss to win looks like.
Yeah, good toss to win. And MS Dhoni says one thing here, that the pitch is going to be the same for both teams here. Conditions might just not differ that much. And Mikhail, if you remember, again, I'm going back to the previous season again and again, but Dhoni had made a valid point when the IPL was happening in the UAE. He wanted the matches to be pushed by an hour because he just wanted that the conditions, they need to be the same for both sides here, because dew comes into play later in the innings, and which is why he wanted that toss happens late, the match starts late, so the conditions are similar here. So again, what do you think about the point Dhoni had raised during the previous season here?
Can you come again, Amay? I just lost her on that question. With regard to the dew, you had a question. You've lived in Sharjah, UAE.
Yeah.
Is September, October a dew season month?
It is. I mean, these months are very hot, I would say. Summer is at its peak. June, July, August, September, even if you look at the way the weather hits upon 40, 45 degrees and dew, it's almost 12 months there. I mean, that's how I would like to put it there. But again, my question was that Dhoni had made a point that he wanted the matches to be pushed an hour during the previous Indian T20 league season, so
Right.
that we could both the teams would have the same conditions and the weather would be the same and one team wouldn't have to suffer much. Otherwise, what we were seeing is one team was electing to just
हमें
bowl
हमें
and chase it down.
हमें एक और खबर आ रहा है, पांड्या जी
जी।
भी नहीं खेल रहे आज के मैच में। रोहित और पांड्या दोनों बाहर बैठ रहे, मतलब जिन्होंने भी अपनी फैंटेसी टीम्स आज बनाई होंगी, बहुत ही मायूस बैठे होंगे आज अगर उन्होंने शर्मा और पांड्या को एक साथ टीम में लिया है। बट देखिए, समझ में नहीं आता क्योंकि हार्दिक has been preparing, has missed the Indian Test series, working on his fitness and bowling, और आज पहले मुकाबले में पांड्या जी नहीं है।
जी, एंड आपने एक बात कही थी कि फैंटेसी टीम्स में अगर रोहित और पांड्या को लिया है तो मतलब पछता रहे होंगे लोग, बट नहीं, मैच शुरू होने से पहले आप चेंजेस कर सकते हो। तो अभी जाइए एमपीएल फैंटेसी ऐप पे और जहां पे भी आपने रोहित और पांड्या को लिया है, just go and replace them there. You still have time. I mean, you have 24 minutes left, and that should suffice here for making those changes here. But Mikhail, again, talking about Pandya, playing for the Indian team, but has not been bowling much. Again, his batting is coming under scrutiny. Again, he's been also selected in the T20 World Cup. We don't have Shardul, but we have Pandya. But again, we are not really sure why he's not playing today. So
देखिए,
again,
हमें वर्ल्ड कप आने वाला है, सब लोग इंडियन T20 लीग को लेके एक मंच तैयार कर रहे हैं अपने परफॉर्मेंस को ऊपर ले जाने के लिए। बहुत टाइम से पांड्या को हमने देखा नहीं है, फैंस उत्सुक है कि पांड्या का फॉर्म, करंट फॉर्म, परफॉर्मेंस कैसा है। और सडनली अगर पांड्या डज नॉट शो अप ऑन द गिवन डे इन अ मार्की मैच लाइक अगेंस्ट चेन्नई सुपर किंग्स, फर्स्टली इज डिसअपॉइंटिंग फॉर द फैंस, बट वी आल्सो वांट टू नो व्हाट इज हिज फॉर्म एट दिस पॉइंट इन टाइम। So that's why it's important that these players, I'm sure they have niggles, they'll want to come back and all. But my only concern is what suddenly happened that he's not ready for the first match. I thought he had let go of everything to be ready for this second phase of the Indian T20 league. And the team management drops a bomb. Pandya not playing against Chennai.
Yeah, I mean, that's what I was asking you, that he hasn't been bowling much. And again, today, I mean, he has not played that much of cricket, but then again, today, I don't know what really happened there that he's not playing. Maybe must have pulled a niggle there, and which is why no Pandya. So again, a sign of concern here, because with the T20 World Cup approaching, we are not really sure if Pandya is back to 100% fitness. His bowling is something that everyone is talking about. So again, what changes this for the Mumbai side here?
Firstly, we'll take a look at the playing 11s of both the sides. They've been announced. Dikok, Yadav, Kishan, Anmol Preet making his debut. Pollard, captain. Saurabh Tiwari, Krunal, Hardik ka bhai, Milne, Chahar, Bumrah और बोल्ट। और चेन्नई के लिए डुप्लेसी, गायकवाड, मोइन, रायना, रायडू, धोनी, जडेजा, ब्रावो, ठाकुर, चहर और हेजलवुड। ये है आपके टीम्स, आपके स्क्रीन पे आपको नजर आ रहा होगा, आप क्विकली देख सकते हो और आप अपने टीम्स भी बना सकते हो। फिलहाल this is the update coming in right now, and you can make the changes as well as just little concerned about Mumbai's team at the moment. Chennai looks good. Duplessis and Gaikwad. Dhoni has immense faith in Gaikwad. He's shaping up well. Raina will be eager to have a crack in the middle. Moin जो है, मुझे लगता है वो नंबर 3 में खेलने वाले हैं आज, क्योंकि टीम मैनेजमेंट में उन्होंने बहुत कॉन्फिडेंस देखा है। देखिए, राइडू मेरे लिए डे 1 से मैच विनर था। डे 1 से मैच विनर था राइडू। उसकी खासियत ये है धोनी। और बॉलिंग में जडेजा, देखा जाए तो ओनली वन स्पिनर इफ आई एम नॉट रॉन्ग। रायना थोड़ा मोइन अली है, मोइन भी है, तो जडेजा मोइन स्पिनर से रायना कितना अपना कंधा घुमाएंगे वो देखना पड़ेगा। देन यू हैव ब्रावो, ठाकुर, चहर, हेजलवुड। और देखिए ठाकुर की और चहर दो, दीपक और शार्दुल, दो बैट्समैन भी है, सब लोग, I would have put them in my team, Amay.
Yeah, looks balanced to me at the moment here. If you look at the bowling here, we'll focus more on the bowling here. You have Jadeja, Bravo, Thakur, Chahar, and Hazelwood. I mean, Hazelwood likes to swing it around. He will open the bowling here with along with Deepak Chahar. I mean, Deepak has to open the bowling for Chennai. So you have Deepak, you have Hazelwood. These two would be Chennai's openers, but throwing the focus on the Mumbai side here, we know that Pandya is not playing. We know that Rohit is also not playing. So two key players who might just be retained next year are not playing today. So we'll take a look here now. You have De Kock and you have Surya who will be at the top, and Kishan as well. So again, we'll have to see, is Surya going to open the innings? I mean, this is what I think here. Will they go with a left and right combination?
Now, my point is Mumbai is chasing, and the pressure doubles now on the batting side. You have to have the top three, one of the or two of the top three firing, and that is De Kock, Yadav, or Kishan. Because there's a lot of inexperience and inconsistency in what's following. You have Anmol Preet, who's new, making his debut. Pollard, one man. If it's his day, the world cannot stop him. Saurabh, we've seen him. He blows hot, blows cold. And Krunal as well. You know, they are not dependable middle order batsmen who can go out there and strike the runs for you. So your best bet lies in a De Kock, in a Yadav, in a Kishan, Max Pollard. But if you look at a Chennai side today, if you look at the batting side of Chennai, you're talking of a team that bats till 9, Amay. It looks a one-sided battle on paper at the moment. Du Plessis, Gaikwad, Ali, Raina, Raidu, Dhoni, Jadeja, Bravo, Thakur, Chahar. एक ब्रेथ में मैंने 10 बैट्समैन के नाम लिए, आप सोच सकते हो।
जी, दीपक को भी हमने देखा है श्रीलंका में. ही प्लेड अ मैच विनिंग इनिंग्स अगेंस्ट श्रीलंका. Big knock there. And today, if you look at this Chennai side, Hazelwood is the only player in the lineup who cannot bat, but can swing around if he wants to. But there are 10 batsmen here, and I think that's what makes Chennai a quality T20 side here. You bat so deep. You have all the experience here. You have Ali, you have Raina. You know, they call him Mr. Indian T20 for that reason. So if you look at Raina, you have Dhoni, again the master of finishing things off. And today I just hope that his bat does all the talking. The mentor of the Indian team is.
देखिए एक बार युवराज सिंह ने कहा था कि जब तक बल्ला चल रहा हो ना तब तक ठाट है. You know, अभी क्या हो जाता है ना, हम भी इंडियन फैंस जो है ना भूल जाते हैं कि इन्होंने कितना कंट्रीब्यूशन किया है कभी. तो और एक चीज देखिए, धोनी ये कमान संभाल रहे हैं 2008 से.
जी,
जैसे अभी कोहली का जो हुआ है रिसेंटली कैप्टनसी से, जब वो रिजाइन किया उन्होंने, इतने आर्टिकल्स आ रहे हैं उनके ऊपर, इतना कॉन्स्पिरेसी चल रहा है. छोड़ दो यार, बंदे ने देश के लिए काम किया है, बंदे ने अपनी टीम को जिताया है, बंदे ने लीड किया है. वो उस आधार पे आगे देखते रहो. और इसलिए जब हम फैंटेसी टीम बना रहे होते हैं तो ये सब इमोशन साइड में रख के दिमाग से खेले. और फिर से मैं याद दिलाना चाहता हूं अपने सारे दर्शकों को कि नीचे स्क्रॉल में आपको दिया जा रहा है www.mpl.live. वहां पे आप जाके अपना टीम बना सकते हो. कुछ ही क्षणों में मुंबई वर्सेस चेन्नई की एक दमदार कॉन्टेस्ट शुरू होने वाली है. हमें आप कुछ बोलना चाह रहे हो?
जी, before we sign off from here, we'll just display Deepdas Gupta's fantasy 11 he had picked, and let's see how many picks he has got right here. I'm sure he must have got most of them except Pandya and Rohit here, but let's see.
Pandya और Rohit unexpected था. किसी को पता नहीं था कि वो आज की गेम, देखिए इंजरी और maybe a fever या stomach bug कुछ भी आ सकता है. पर देखिए बाकी के सारे प्लेयर्स आ गए, correct if I'm not wrong?
Yeah, all of them are there in Chennai's lineup here. No, Imran is not there. That's one name I see. And all the names are there in the fantasy 11 Deepdas Gupta has picked here. So in at all, if you look at the picks he has made, I mean, as you said, Pandya and Rohit ka बहुत unexpected tha. No one would have anticipated this. And Tahir's, I think it's all to do with the team combination they are playing here with. So they prefer going with Ali and Jadeja, and that's why we are seeing that Tahir has been excluded. But again, today I'm going to miss Tahir in the lineup here. I mean, his celebration is
I know
something
you're
that
going to miss this, if I'm not wrong. The big
yes,
celebration.
yes, absolutely. So
Wow.
yeah,
See,
yeah.
देखिए,
So
हाँ हमें देखिए परफेक्ट संडे इवनिंग है, दो सुपर डुपर टीम्स, थोड़ा रोहित को मिस करने वाले, थोड़ा पांड्या का स्वैग मिस करने वाले, लेकिन जो भी धोनी के फैन है, आप बस मजे लूटिए. रायना जी वापस आ गए, अभी बस सिक्सेस की बरसात होने वाली है. And we would like to request all our viewers on the Cricfit and MPL platforms, stay tuned for the next 25 to 30 days with us. We'll bring you all the live updates of the Indian T20 League, the players, the matches, and all fantasy inputs and insights as well into the Indian T20 League. Amey, I guess it's the right time to wrap it up as well, as we are minutes away from the start of the first ball.
yeah, minutes away from the start. And for our viewers, please do go and make the changes on the MPL app. We want you to get maximum points, and that is why we will be wrapping the show here. You go ahead, make those changes here. Look at Deepdas Gupta's Fantasy 11 he has picked. Make sure that you make those necessary changes. Look at those players who are not playing today, and all the best all for all those playing on the MPL Fantasy app here. So, Mikhail, good time to just log off here and enjoy the
Yes,
blockbuster event.
once again, we'd quickly like to remind all of viewers that the Huddle, which is presented by MPL and brought to you by Cricfit, will be coming to you live on Cricfit's Facebook and YouTube channel and MPL's YouTube channel as well. You can tune in for everything around the Indian T20 League, player insights, player profiles, and also fantasy tips. We'll be getting you everything on our platforms. You can follow us on our social media handles as well. And we wish you the very best in creating your match-winning fantasy teams as well. For the moment, thank you very much for joining us this evening. Enjoy the big match between Mumbai and Chennai. We'll see you again tomorrow with match number 31. Until then, from Amay and me, it's goodbye and good night.